Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got one more game here against the Mets. Mets have had a tough time of it at the plate. Although they, as far as earned runs go, I think they've only given up 3 over 2 games. They just, the third baseman, McConnell, had just an awful error yesterday. Led to 4 runs. And the Mets just didn't really have any hope of recovering out of that sort of hole. So we'll see how it goes today. Look to be the same lineup for the Mets that we have been seeing. It looks like we got Ben Sheets on the mound. I haven't seen him in a little while. Kind of thought maybe he'd retired. And here comes Kester in to start things off. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Also want to apologize. I can already tell I've got a bit of a sore throat going on. It's not horrible, but my voice starts cracking later. You got some warning. Kester strikes out swinging. That'll bring Marvin to the plate, and he will bat left-handed. Hits this one out into left field, right down the line. It's going to roll down into the corner there. Marvin will stop at second base with a 1-out double. So here's Chief with the chance to drive in the first run early. First pitch, curveball, catches the outside corner. And a fastball, or actually I guess that was a slider. Didn't have a lot of break to it, but it is strike 2. Line drive out into center field. Marvin will turn for home, and he will score the first run of the game. Chief playing some dangerous games out there, but settles on an RBI single. So that'll bring Terry to the plate, just the 1 out, 1-0 Squirrels. He puts this into right field. Peyton is going back, and he will catch up to it near the foul pole. Chief had already taken off. I don't know what he thought he was doing. He was already around second base, so he is doubled off to end the inning. The Squirrels do get a run as we go to the bottom of the first. Regular lineup in today for the Squirrels. Said no off day until September 8th. Pauly is on the mound. Here's Perfect S to start things off for New York. First pitch is too far inside. Pitch catches the top of the zone. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2 to count. Grounds this one right over third, so the Mets going with a single right off the bat, and that will bring McConnell to the plate. He has, I'd say, I got down on the Mets earlier, but I will say McConnell has been effective at the plate, just not gotten a whole lot of help around him. At least he was effective yesterday, I should say. I think Jay Payton had the only Mets hit in the first game of this series. Well, McConnell strikes out swinging in this at-bat. 1 on with 1 out for Vernon Wells. First pitch is in there for a strike. That pitch is down and away. It's fouled away off towards third base. Makes it a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So here's Carlos Delgado, runner still on first, now with 2 outs, and they will check over on first. So Tom is very effective at throwing out runners, but Pauly is a pitcher you can run on. He doesn't throw very hard, and he's not super quick to the plate. So it would not be the worst idea in the world if you're the Mets. Delgado currently with a 2-2 count. He will ground this one off to second base, and that will be it for the first inning. 1-0 Squirrels as we move into the second, where Frank will lead things off. All right, first pitch to Frank is too low. There's a strike. Grounds this one foul. This is going to get through the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Leadoff single brings Tom to the plate. I feel like he's been hitting better as of late. So he looks at strike one. Still doesn't have his average back up over 300. Sitting at 291 in this at-bat. Pops this one up. Perfect S catches it standing right next to second base. One on with one out for Zach, who has been hitting 300 for most of the year, I do believe, but sitting at 299 at the moment. I started to say that confidently, and then I kind of thought myself out of it. I still think he was, but there's just enough lingering doubt there that makes me want to qualify it. But Zach strikes out in that at-bat, so one on with two outs. Joey at the plate. As he looks at strike one. Ground ball off to second, and that will end the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second, where Angel Pagan will lead things off for the Mets. The Squirrels still leading 1-0. Paulie starts things off with a high fastball for a strike. Back to the knuckleball, but it misses inside. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. Called strike three. Mostly fastballs in that at-bat. Brings Jay Payton to the plate. He's going to put this one into shallow left. That'll fall in for a base hit. Frank is able to keep it at one base. So here's Luis Castillo. One on with one out. First pitch is in there for a strike. Second one is in there for a strike. Grounds this one over first. They get the out at second. That's the only out the Squirrels will come up with. So that'll bring Gustavo Molina to the plate. Two away, runner still on first as he swings and misses. Swings and misses again. Swing and a miss, strike three. Can't fault him for being aggressive, but could not put any bat on the ball. So we'll go to the third inning, still 1-0 Squirrels, and they will start off with Paulie at the plate. First pitch is up and in. That changeup catches the outside corner. Hits this one just foul down the first base line. 1-2. Ground ball off to short, and that will be the first out of the inning. Seemed like it took Perfect S a long time to get rid of that ball, but I guess he had the time to wait. 2 strikeouts for Sheets the first time through the Squirrels order. Kester was one of those, but he gets a base hit on the first pitch in that at-bat. So one on with one out for Marvin, who already has a double and has scored the lone run of the game so far. Kester takes off, and he will easily take second base. So now Marvin's got a runner in scoring position to try to double the lead. Sheets throws one up and out and puts one over the plate, and it goes right to Delgado. It does advance Kester onto third. There are now 2 outs. Chief has so far the lone RBI in the game, trying to just make it all the RBIs in the game. Fouls that pitch away. That will make it 0-2 rather. Fouled back. We'll try it again. Popped up. Will Delgado have room? He does not. Gets barely into the seats. Ground ball there's to Castillo, and that will save the run for the Mets. Still 1-0 Squirrels, but that's better than 2-0. Ben Sheets due up for the Mets in the bottom of the third. My voice tries to go on me. All right, Paulie starts things off with a knuckleball, but it misses outside. Sheets hitting over 300 with a home run. Good for him. He's got a 1-1 count right now. So he gets this one right back up the middle. Kester takes a bit of an odd route to it and ends up not having a throw. So that will go down as an infield hit. Perfect S started off the game with a base hit. Now he's showing bunt. Pulls it back and slashes, but comes up empty. Should note Paulie struck out 4 Mets the first time through their order, and he's got perfect S with a 1-2 count. And he'll look at strike 3 for this 5th strikeout of the game. McConnell struck out in his first at-bat. He swings and misses at a knuckleball. Hits this one. This could be a double play ball. Has to wait a second for Kester to get over there, and that gave McConnell just enough time. So here's Vernon Wells, who also struck out in his first at-bat. He's got a runner on first with 2 outs as he looks at strike 1. Runner takes off. Wells misses the pitch, and McConnell is thrown out by a mile. I don't think that was a real stolen base attempt. That was a failed hit and run. So we'll go to the 4th inning. Still 1-0 Squirrels. Certainly not a blowout by any means. Terry flew out to right in his first at-bat, and I don't really know why Chief thought it was going to be a hit. Peyton had to run a ways, but, I mean, he still made the play comfortably. But that is one weakness. We have some bad base running on this team sometimes. Terry's got a 2-1 count. He'll swing and miss to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, here's Frank. Got a base hit in his first at-bat right up the middle. It's one that kind of dribbled through rather than shooting through, but goes down as a hit all the same. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. He will pop this one up. Molina will take it in front of the plate for the 2nd out of the inning. So here's Tom. He popped out to perfect S right by second base his first time up. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings over the top of a changeup. This one out into right field. Peyton should have it, and he does. Well, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still just a 1-0 game. Vernon Wells will come back to the plate with a fresh count. First pitch is called a strike on an elevated fastball. Fastball being a relative term here. Swings and misses at a fastball. Does not chase that one. 1-2. Has been all fastballs in this at-bat, and he throws another one for strike 3. 1 away. Here's Carlos Delgado. Ground out in his first at-bat, though I don't remember where. As he takes strike 1. Pitch drifts a bit outside. This is fouled back. Pitch is down and in. It's a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Angel Pagan at the plate. Nobody's on base. That first pitch breaks inside. Inside again will make it 2-0. That strike catches the outside corner. Popped up right by the umpire. Tom, standing right behind the umpire, makes the catch. Well, quick inning there. We go to the 5th. Still 1-0 Squirrels. Also, maybe appropriately leading by 1 in the hit column as well. Zach's at the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. He will look at strike 1 here. There's a called strike to make it 0-2. Ground foul. Line drive, but it's not going to get over Perfect S's head. That's the first out of the inning. Joey ground out in his first at bat. He's been in a little bit of a slump lately, still batting well over 300, which is historically great for him, but he was batting just about 350 not too long ago. He's got a 2-1 count to start this at bat. That pitch is too low, makes it 3-1. Grooves in I guess a slider, but full count either way. This is ground right over third, and I think McConnell just plain misjudged it. I think he thought it was going foul, and he let up, and suddenly it was not foul, and Joey's standing on first base. So that'll bring Paulie to the plate with 1 out and a runner on, and he's got a 1-1 count. Curveball stays inside. Changeup catches the outside corner. 2-2. We will ground ball to second. Castillo tags out the runner and then goes to first. So 4-3. We go to the bottom of the fifth, still with that 1-0 lead. The Mets will start with Jay Payton at the plate. Payton already has a hit in this game. So he chases a high fastball. The pitch catches the outside corner. Identical pitch, and you let it go. 1 away. Brings Luis Castillo to the plate. Hit a grounder last time up. It's credit with the ground out. I think he's the one that might have hit into the potential double play. But I could be wrong about that. It's got a 1-2 count at the moment. He will not chase that knuckleball. Makes it 2-2. Looks at a fastball for strike 3. 2 down. Here's Molina, who did strike out at his first at bat. He will look at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3. Well, we go to the 6th inning. This game moving right along. Kester's going to lead it off for the Squirrels, who still lead 1-0. Kester 1 for 2 on the day. He will look at strike 1. Pitch is down and in. Ground ball right back to Sheets. 1 down. So here's Marvin. He's 1 for 2 today. As mentioned earlier, he scored the only run of this game. Chief drove in that only run. Marvin with a 1-1 count at the moment. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. A bit too low, 2-2. Ground ball to perfect S. That will be the 2nd out of the inning. That will bring Chief to the plate. He is 1 for 2. But he does have the only scoring swing so far. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning, still nursing that 1-0 lead. The Mets have the pitcher spot due up first. Paulie already up to 10 strikeouts on the day as he throws presumably one last inning. Sheets did get a base hit his last time up. It's got a 1-1 count at the moment. Make it 1-2. Fists that one right over to Kester for the 1st out of the inning. Back to perfect S for the 3rd go-around for the Mets. He is 1 for 2 so far. Grounds this one off to Kester as well. 2 down, brings McConnell to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out. Whiffs on the first pitch. Swings over the top of the second pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll go to the 7th inning, 1-0 Squirrels, and they will start off with Terry at the plate. Terry is 0 for 2 today. That pitch bounces in. Misses again, makes it 2-0. Sheets starting to wipe his brow. Ground ball off to first. Delgado will take care of that himself. That will bring Frank to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. First pitch is pulled outside. Pulled by Sheets, I should say, not Frank. Oh, that almost hits him. 2-0. Hit up the middle. That will get down for a base hit. 1 on with 1 out. Tom coming to the plate. He has popped up twice. Looks at strike 1. Whoa, almost hits Tom and it gets away from Molina, so that will move Frank into second base. It's a 1-1 count. Tom hits this one pretty hard. I don't think Wells is going to catch up to it. It lands right near the base of the wall. That will score the second run of the game as Tom cruises into second. 2-0 Squirrels, now with Zach at the plate, who I believe is 0 for 2. Looks at strike 1. He hits this hard. I think that's going to get over Wells. Oh, yeah, it does get over Wells' head. That scores yet another run, and this is getting away from the Mets in a hurry. They will change pitchers. Here is Hypas. We saw him yesterday. He actually was very effective. I'm sure the Mets want that out of him again today, although it might already be too late. Mets getting more hits today than they have, but they still have yet to score a run in this series. They're going to intentionally walk Joey. We were going to pinch hit if it got to Paulie anyway. Oh, let's go with Phil. Be a little pessimistic. All right, 2 on with just 1 out. Hypas starts off with a fastball in the dirt. That one, I guess it was a slider, but a little higher. Phil shows bunt. He tries a slash, but comes up empty. 1-2. Hits this one up the middle, and it does not get through, and instead goes for a double play. I didn't think I'd need to be that pessimistic. Castillo picks it up, takes it to the bag himself, and then on to first. It's 7th inning stretch time, and now a 3-0 Squirrels lead. Vernon Wells will lead off after the break. Pause here for just a moment to go move some laundry around. Won't be a long break, but it'll be even shorter for you. Be right back. All right, let's get this going again. Bring Nakai into Joey's spot and flip around the middle infield. All right, Wells has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Changeup wasn't real enticing. It was a better fastball, and it gets ground off to Kester at short. 1 down. I'll bring Delgado to the plate. He's also 0 for 2. Swings and misses at a changeup. That fastball a tad too high. Might have been outside as well. That one catches the corner, makes it 1-2. Into very shallow center, Kester is going to make that catch. 2 down, and here's Angel Pagan. He is struck out and fouled out so far. Fastball misses outside. Curveball catches the corner. Little backdoor curve. Changeup goes inside. 2-1. That is fouled away to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's it for the 7th inning. We'll move on to the 8th. 3-0 Squirrels now, and they will start off at the top of their order. Kester 1 for 3 so far. Looks at strike 1 on a curveball. Grounds this one off to Castillo for the first out of the inning. Here is Marvin. He is 1 for 3 so far. First right-handed at-bat as he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Hits this one through the middle. That will be a base hit. 1 on with 1 out. Chief coming to the plate. He's also 1 for 3, sitting at an even 400 at the moment as he takes strike 1. Swings and misses at a curveball. Hits this one into left field. Pagan should have it. And he does. Marvin on his way back to first. That'll bring Terry to the plate. He's 0 for 3. 2 outs, 1 runner on first. First pitch, a fastball for a strike. That is not going to get over Castillo's head, and that will bring us to the bottom of the 8th. Jay Payton due up. The Mets trailing 3-0. It is still a safe situation, so we will go get Hermida. And see, it's Terry, so that will bring Sweeney into the game. All right, Payton is 1 for 2 on the day, single and a strikeout. Fastball is called a strike at the knees. This one ground back towards the middle, but Kester is there. 1 away. Luis Castillo 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout as he looks at strike 1. Hits a little liner towards second. Phil catches it on the fly. Here is Molina, who has struck out twice today. He'll look at strike 1 here. That will get out into left field. That'll be a base hit. 1 on with 2 out. Pitcher spot up, and they're going to let high pass hit. Not sure if that's the right call, but Hermida throws in a ball, and then this one, Sweeney makes a play before that one can get foul. So we go to the 9th inning, 3-0 Squirrels. Frank due to lead things off. Frank is 2 for 3 today. He'll look at strike 1 here. Ground ball to third, McConnell to first. 1 down. Here's Tom, got a double in his last at bat. As he looks at strike 1. Pops this one up, but it'll make the seats. 0-2. Into left field, Pagan going over, and he will make the running catch. 2 away, here's Zach. He also doubled in his last at-bat. Pops this one foul. Molina should have plenty of room. And that's that for the inning. Well, Mets need 3 runs. They're back to the top of their order, though they will do so against Shibuya as soon as we're able to make the change. That was Zach, so that will bring Quentin in to play right. All right, first pitch is ground to second base. Phil will take care of that. 1 away. Here comes McConnell, who is 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. He will look at strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Ground ball off to Phil again, who kind of made that a lot more complicated than he needed to. Kind of missed it on his first attempt, had to go back and get it. He still ended up getting McConnell by about a full step. He got a lot more time over there at second than some other positions. Here's Vernon Wells, also 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. He'll look at strike 1. That pitch a bit too low. Ground ball to third, Chief on to first, and that is your series. Final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 3, New York Mets 0. Take a look at a few highlights. All right, Chief is going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you want to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. I do believe we are back home tomorrow to take on the Braves again. We'll see you then.